Hello, I'm in the forest. I fancied a wee change of scenery, so here we are. Today I'm going to start building the book. I wasn't lying when I said I was shit at InDesign, so I had my friend Rory, who's a graphic designer, build me a template in InDesign for me. This template that he's built basically just allows me to take my bundle of images and slot them into place. So now all that's left to do is put them in the thing. Words. Adobe InDesign 2024. Okay, so this is it. That's my front page, that's my cover. I'm gonna design something for that. I have a photo in mind that I think would work really well with the text. And then this is a kind of overview of all the pages. I think I might have to add a couple more just for space and stuff. And then this is also the back page, 2 months in America, Orlando, Florida, and New York City, summer 2023. I might kill that as well, the text. I'm gonna keep this little logo at the bottom because I think it's real nice. I'm undecided if I'm gonna have any words, really. Over here on the right hand side you can see my properties along with my width and my height. I had spent a lot of time looking at other photo books and other zines to get a feel for what I liked, and that's the kind of sizes that I came to that I thought would be pretty perfect. These two books are like my main reference point for how I want the photo book to be sized. It will be the width of the Kentucky Waterfalls book, but the height. Another thing I've borrowed from the Hot Shoe magazine is this style of putting the landscape images towards the top of the page, because it means when you're opening the pages and skimming through, you can hold here rather than your fingers being up towards the actual photos themselves. Obviously also, like, this book is just an incredibly well thought out piece of work. So big fan of that. So yeah, the height of Hot Shoe, but the width of Kentucky Waterfalls. Okay, so I'm gonna go now, open up Finder, to Zines, USA Zine, selects. And then I have a photo of the layout that we had on the wall, and I'm basically just gonna take that layout and throw it into the book. So it should be very simple. Okay, so the first photo is the one of Americana. Bang. Okay, that's the first one in, and then we want the one of Elvis. There he is. Bang. Just like that. Wow, this is easy when you hire someone to help you. Awesome. How exciting. You don't need to see me do the whole book like this, so I'll speed things along a little bit for you. This one, that one. Bang, just like that. My personal favourite, which is that one. Go next to this one. Ooh, this is so exciting. Way more excited about this than I thought I was going to be. Oh, this is so good. So good. Okay, and then I need the Waffle House. Where's Waffle House? And the cross. Nice. Flowers in the hand. Where's that? It's the fridge. Fireworks. Now, instead of it being like another two photos, I think I'm going to do like a big title here, which I'm not very good at, but let's try it. Let's see what happens. I'll do New York over at the side. I do have my own text that I really like to use, so I'm going to use that. I think I'll get Rory to help me kind of design something a bit more solid here, but yeah, I basically want to go from Florida, and then you flip the page, and then you're obviously starting New York. Okay, so now I'm going to drop the photos in from New York. So my plan is to actually scan a page from a notebook and include that here on the left-hand side to the photo that's going to go on the right-hand side. Oh, nice. That is so nice. Look at the size of the Hasselblad ones. The Hasselblad shots are going to take up, I mean, this is the not 6x4, but like the standard ratio from a 35mm camera. Like, that's the normal size. And then the Hasselblad's just like bang. Oh, perfect. You see what's happening here? This spread might be one of my favourite ones so far. Now we're getting into the riot. Oh, that's awesome. I think this is one of the only portrait shots, and this like takes up near the whole page. My plan from the layout on the wall the other day was to leave these Hasselblad shots as pages to themselves. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do for the blurb, to be honest. So I went to America and it looked like this. There we go. Right, lovely. That's that bit done. Fantastic. It took a lot less time than I thought it was gonna, which is good. Okay, so I have the initial layout of the book done. I've got all the photos and stuff and the places that they should go. I might rework that further down the line, but for now, I'm pretty happy with it. I've got to make a cover for the book. I've got to scan some of these. They're just like really short entries that I kind of thought would add to the photographs, you know, at least a couple. And then the last thing that we have to do is pick the materials we want, which I have these sample packs and stuff, which I'll get into later on. So for the cover, I already kind of have the photo that I wanted to use looked out, or I say looked out, it's buried in here somewhere. There it is. So it's 170 millimeters by 230 millimeters. Okay, cool. So that's like perfect. I put plastic daydream in here, and then the color I'm gonna steal from Miss Liberty herself. Okay, that's not bad. Let's blow up a little bit as well. Already I'm thinking about changing the name. This is our working title for the time being. Shrink the space between those a wee bit. I want it to be so obviously the green from the actual statue though. Oh yeah, that's it. I think that looks pretty good, to be honest. Okay, I've done this. Export, export. Cool, come over here. Okay. Cool, I've got the third version here because I wanted my name brought down a little bit more, and we'll pop that in. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so I've done all my scanning of the pages from the notebook, and that's kind of how it's going to look. Really simple, very clean. I'm just going to remove the background from it and then put that next to a photo. Okay, yeah, so my plan here really is just to take like the crop tool and then just pick a segment, and I need to remove the background, and this is where it gets really embarrassing for me because I am actually dreadful at Photoshop. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I had in mind for how the notebook scans will look and stuff. Just really simple. This here's the page where the notebook scan would go across from. So I'm gonna drop it and see how it looks. EDC edited, and then it should just be like that. I think maybe it could be doing with being like a little bit smaller, maybe. I feel like that looks pretty good. I like that I can see like the curled pages and stuff. Huh. That's interesting. I always thought this notebook scan was from the same day and the same time that I took the photo, but it's actually not. You can see here that the entry is the 16th to the 7th, 23 at 11:21. Yeah, the photo here says that my watch is Friday 14th at 8:30. So the photo was actually from a couple of days before. Now that I'm happy with that, I will finish it up, send it to Rory, let him get his final checks in, make sure everything looks okay. Then we will pick our materials for the book, and then we'll be able to put in the first order for the first draft. I was originally going to put text in here that just said New York, but I think putting a notebook scan in instead works a lot better. So in the last video I had mentioned that I was going to go with Mixam as my printer, and these are two paper sample packs from Mixam's website. You can just go on there and basically request to get 2 free sample packs of all their different kind of papers, all the different weights and stuff. It saves me having to put in an order for a sample version of the book and then make changes from there. It means I can kind of get it like, I don't know, 99% of the way there before I actually ever receive the first copy of it. So yeah, I'm just going to have a look through these just now and see what I like, and yeah, make some notes. The cover and back, I guess just paper. Let's have a look at what we are working with. I know that I want the cover to be substantially thicker than the paper on the inside. I don't mind this silk, this silk's quite nice. Okay, like 400 GSM's like really thick. I'll do 350. Gloss is disgusting. I don't like gloss. I'm using this as reference really quickly. I would certainly say that's more just in terms of reflective quality. Hot Shoe super matte, super matte. I mean, the tones in these images are really muted. Okay, I've completed all my steps. The only thing left to do now is to jump into Mixam and place an order. So let's do that. I've got my notes. This is Mixam's website. Right off jump here we have 100 as the quantity option. I'm gonna just put in for 2. That's 1 for myself and then 1 for everyone to have like a look at and do some like peer review stuff on. And it means we can kind of draw over it and like make a mess of it and stuff. Size, we're doing a custom size of 170, 230. I'm liking the cost of this so far. The price doesn't seem too bad, but if you think about it, that's £10 a book so far. Obviously that number will shrink the more that we buy, but still like that's you know, that's kind of up there. Paper type is silk. Originally I wanted 250 GSM. Because we're doing a custom size, some paper types won't be available. So I'm just gonna go with like the closest I can get to what I had originally planned. 250 I did think would be a bit heavy. 200's probably still quite chunky for what I need, but I like a thick bit of paper. Binding will be perfect or per, and the page number is 58. We're gonna have to go with 60. Cover paper type is silk, again 350. I had originally wanted 400, but we have 350, so we work with what we have. And then the finish is matte lamination. That is pretty much it. We're in the shopping cart. This is obviously all the booklet information and stuff. And then over here, I'm just gonna fill out these details for delivery. But you don't get to see that bit. Okay, so I've punched in my postcode and stuff and the price has jumped a little bit by $6.99, taking us to $35.49. And that is quite expensive now. That's just over £17 a book. Again, quite expensive. I do think it's worth it. It's also not worth getting one because then it's like the same price and you know, you may explain maths to you. Okay, this is the good bit. Now we're actually gonna upload the artwork into Mixam's uploader thing. And I'm gonna change this camera angle because it's too intense. Down you come. Whoop. Shit. As you can see here, you've got all the information about the book and then we've got a bunch of blank pages and stuff to upload our work into. So we're gonna hit upload files. I've separated my files so that they upload in the right places and stuff. It says there that processing can take up to 15 minutes, so I guess we'll just wait that out. Oh good, it's done. Everything seems to be where it should be. I did have to put these intentionally blank pages in. That was just to create like an inner front cover and then like that kind of first little white page and then it will get into the book. And I've did the same thing at the back here where that photo there will be like, my photo there will basically be on the very back page like this. I'm not going to run you through all the pages of the book because that would be spoilers, but what I'm going to do is if you go up here and hit preview, this creates like a proof of the book. So you can kind of see what it will roughly look like minus the spine here. Like this looks like a staple bound spine, but obviously my spine will be like, I have referenced this book so much in this video. It's High Times of a Low Life and it's fucking brilliant. My spine on my book will be like this as well. This is a perfect bound spine. Okay, so flipping through the initial pages here and then we get into the pages. Awesome. That looks pretty solid, to be honest. I don't know if I'd pointed this detail out yet, but Rory had basically designed these like tiny little page numbers in the corner and they're the color of the statue as well, which I thought was a nice wee touch. Nice. Fuck yeah. This looks pretty good. I don't know what it is about that spread, like the builder, Scott, that guy's name's Scott. I don't know, it just does it for me. I really like it. Oh, the full size one as well. And then that's the end. Hell yeah. Okay, I know I'm biased, but I think that looks, I think that looks pretty fucking good, to be honest with you. I think the only change I would like to make before we go for this first print is you can see here, basically this purple area, that is like where the page begins to fold into the gutter. Like this is the gutter. And as you can see here, like this photo starts to kind of go into the the crack of the book. Actually, you probably can't tell and I can't be arsed moving the camera, but the photos in hot shoe are actually slightly offset from the gutter to accommodate for the photo like falling into the gutter so that you can see like the whole photo unobstructed, which I really like. Other than that, I am like so happy with the way that looks. I love the cover, I love the back of it, I love like all the little details and stuff. But then when we get the first draft back, I think it will be very minor tweaks, hopefully. Unfortunately now, because it's the holidays, I don't think this book is going to be produced anytime soon. So what I'm saying here is, part 4 of making the photo book, that video is not going to be out until the new year. I kind of honestly thought the photo book would be done by this point, but I thought it was more important to take time to make sure the book would be a quality that I could stand behind and was like proud of, rather than just trying to rattle the process out and speed through making it just so that I could have something in time for the holidays and all that kind of thing. So as much as I would have loved for it to go out this year and be available for everyone to get a copy of, I'm all right with it going out next year, given that it will be like the best version of it for sure. But the exciting news is part 4 is going to be receiving the first copy of the book, so we'll be able to see what it looks like physically. I'm going to take that copy, that first draft, and peer review it with some people, some other photographers, and just get some initial feedback. I'm also hoping after we get that first copy, in that same video, I can also launch the pre-orders for the book. And talking about pre-orders, that brings me on to something else that's quite exciting. Okay, so the idea that I've had basically is to give away this 35mm camera to someone that places a pre-order. I thought it'd be quite cool to like place a pre-order and then you might end up getting like a really cool 35mm camera out the back of it as well. I'm not going to tell you what kind of camera it is. Oh shit, it's got a logo on the front of it. Have I revealed that already? Well, you don't know what model of camera it is, you might know the make. Yeah, I've been thinking about what to do with this camera for a while. It's just kind of been sitting on my shelf and I don't use it, but it's an amazing camera. It's a real cool camera. I thought it would be something fun to do. It is the season after all, right? Season of gifting. It also comes with this sick metal lens hood as well. In part 4, I'll let you know the model, I'll let you know all the details, I'll let you know how to place a pre-order, and I'll let you know how you have a chance of like winning it and all that kind of stuff as well. Anyway, that's everything for part 3. Thank you so much for tuning in to all the videos and stuff on this so far. I really do appreciate it. I cannot wait to see this book in person. I'm really excited about this process. And yeah, I'll see you in the new year. Happy holidays. Bye.